this is Venom from Exiled Existence, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Destiny 2 again, of course. So today's video is going to go over one speculation that I'm wondering about for Destiny 2. Will there be a crafting system? Now, the reason I asked this question, and many people have asked this, is because the creators, Bungie, have said that Destiny 2 is going to be more RPG based. Well, in many, if not most RPGs, crafting is a huge, if not central, part of the game. It would make sense to me if Destiny 2 had a crafting system just because the storyline is we're in the wild now, we're cut off from the traveler, we have to survive. It would make sense we'd have to craft some of our own items like ammunition, any kind of healing resources, even weapons and armor. One of the new characters, one of the NPCs, I forgot her name, I'll look it up again, was essentially a guardian who's been surviving in the wild. She would have to essentially craft all of her own gear because she wouldn't have access to the tower like the rest of us did. So I'm wondering if crafting is going to become a central theme, if not at least a small component of Destiny 2. Again, some of the best ways to fit this in would be ammunition. Instead of having to buy it, we may have to pick up components or even gather up resources and then craft our own ammunition. Of course, special ammunition and heavy ammunition would take rarer components, but I think that could be a core portion of the game. But another way we could implement crafting is with weapons and armor. So we find old weapons and have to fulfill requirements with them to upgrade them, or even better yet, what if we find weapon blueprints? Currently, right now, you can actually find ship blueprints, and of course, you'll be able to find them for a while. But you can actually find ship blueprints out in the wild in treasure chests. They were rare, but you could find them. What if we could acquire weapon blueprints, like normal weapon blueprints, but legendary weapons, even unique weapon blueprints? What if once we have a blueprint for a weapon, we can craft it whenever we want? Of course, we'd have to probably level it up again afterwards, but what if instead of having to worry about, bank space, we could just acquire the blueprint for the weapon that we want to create, have a library of our blueprints, and if we want to use a weapon, we craft it using various materials. If we don't like the weapon anymore, we could dismantle it for parts, and then later on down the line, we could recraft it if we want to use it again. The same thing goes for armor as well. What if we could also find blueprints for armor? What if our raids and our instances are going to start dropping these blueprints? Now, those are some of the easy ways you can implement crafting. Here are some storyline ways we can implement it as well. Being cut off from the traveler, we don't have our powers or they're gone at the moment. What about our grenades? What if we can now craft our own grenades as well? What if they become an item instead of a power? What if to use them, we have to craft them before missions? What if crafting becomes a central component? We have to get ready before the mission. We have to craft all our ammunition. We have to craft our grenades. We have to craft maybe even health items along the way. It could be that our health and shields won't regenerate the way they did when we had the traveler backing us. Maybe we're going to have to heal on the fly. But maybe this item crafting becomes a central part of the gameplay. It would make sense to me in games like Warframe and either some of the Call of Duty games, and even like Battlefield, a lot of first person shooters, you use items in game to heal yourself. You don't get your health back, you don't regen like you do right now in Destiny. So I think that could be a storyline way that item crafting could be implemented. Now, I'm curious to know if we're going to be able to see any of this, if there is crafting, during the beta test. I say this because I've played many betas before, and there are many parts of the game we weren't allowed access to. Crafting systems, certain magic systems, even whole character classes. I'm not too worried about the beta for Destiny 2. There's only 3 classes, so I doubt they don't allow us to play those classes. Mainly because, again, for beta, you want to find bugs, and of course, you're going to want to find them for all 3 characters. It wouldn't make sense to just let you play with one. But, like I said, these are just kind of my thoughts on crafting. I think it could become a central part to the game. Some people may like it, some may not. Some people just want to run and gun, not have to worry about crafting. Some people, like myself, are looking forward to a potential survival aspect to Destiny 2 as well. It could be something to where in between missions we're just open world and we got to go out and gather resources and craft to survive. I would like that quite a bit myself, but that's just me. I know not everybody's into survival games. I don't think Destiny could actually survive as a survival game if that was its core theme, but I do think it could take a small portion of it. It could be a secondary thing you could do Kind of like a lot of games, you can go through, play through the main story, do all the raids, do all the other side quests, and not touch anything like base building or survival at all. Take Fallout 4. They did it fairly well. I mean, you can ignore all your settlements if you want to, although there are a couple of parts where you have to do some basic settlement building, but you really don't have to if you don't want to in the game. It could be something like this for Destiny 2. It would also give us a lot of things to do in between DLC. Imagine if you have to build up your own base, and that base, let's say, you could gather up, civilians in your base. They would go out and gather items for you. Every day or every few hours, they would gather up so many items for you. Those items you could then craft with. Again, craft your ammo, craft weapons, craft whatever with. It could even be something that's cosmetic too. There's a few ways they could implement this, and I'm kind of curious what you guys think about it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you would think. Do you think Destiny 2 is going to implement some kind of crafting system? And even if they do or don't, what would you think about that? Would you like a survival crafting aspect to Destiny 2, since this is supposed to be more of a survival RP type game? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. We're starting to get more subscribers now. Please like, and more than that, subscribe. Check out the links down below. Thank you guys for coming by, and we'll see you later.